Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Thomas's Broncos going up against Cook's Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football, they want the attention.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So before Denver takes over, we get a look at Trevor Siemian. He'll be commanding the offense as he did this past year for Denver. 18 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, over 3,400 yards. And now the question is, will he be the guy going forward? Time will tell.
And he's going to have to continue to earn it, despite the fact that he earned the respect of his fellow players last year. They named him a captain about midseason. He battled injuries last year. He had a bad shoulder, ended up getting off-season shoulder surgery. But he's got to hold off the challenge of the #1 draft pick of 2016, Paxton Lynch. One thing I do know about Trevor Siemian, quietly confident in his own abilities.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Second down following the run. They run it again with Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll try the air now with Siemian. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a run with Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, They were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
On second down, here's Simeon surveying the field. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Nick Fairley's a former #1 draft pick that when you get the best of him, you get elite play at the defensive tackle position.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Devontae Booker, the man he was trying to get it to. And 4th down coming up.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And Charles trotting out now the NFL leader in passing yardage this season. A lot of people just assumed it was Matt Ryan, but no, it was Drew Brees as the Saints take the field. 5,208 yards, his 5th time throwing for over 5,000 in a season.
Isn't he the only one who's thrown for over 5,000 yards more than once in an NFL season? So he's made that his benchmark, which tells you about his excellence. Absolutely unbelievable what he gets done, how they run offense in New Orleans. They've got to support him with better defense. If they improve there, they're a playoff team.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. For Ingram, he topped the 1,000-yard mark this year for the first time in his 6-year career.
Didn't he just come out of Alabama last year?
That's what it feels like, right?
I mean,
hard
it's
to
amazing.
believe 6 seasons he's had.
Won a Heisman Trophy there, finally over 1,000 yards as a pro, and he increased his number of long runs, becoming a much better ball carrier into the secondary.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the headshots here of the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Muscles him off. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Ingram again, a first down carry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
And Cooks has it over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now Hightower. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time to step aside. We're back to New Orleans after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tim Hightower, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated.
Demaryius Thomas, 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 75 yards, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Breeze now on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 14 there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Throwing now is Breeze. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Breeze now on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up with 1 back. That's Ingram. He'll get the football here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll come out in the pistol. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Saints are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Broncos have been the better team, though, and will try to maintain the lead in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Broncos opening drive. Green's found on the quick pass, and he'll be tackled at the 46-yard line. But they end up coming away with just 3 on the drive. Saints take it at the 6. Hightower is going to take it up the middle, and he'd go in for the 6-yard touchdown. Saints go up by a field goal. Broncos have it late in the second. The pass complete out of the gun. And he caps off the two-play drive with the score. Broncos go up by 4. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here's Lewis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
Ingram again. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 95, 56, 95.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
False start, offense.
Come get some. Come here, come get some. He don't want it.
Still 3rd down.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation.
Here we go. 3-19.
3rd and long. It's Simeon. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think
there.
that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Ready.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. He's going to get the football. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play in good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
3 down, 3 down. Ready.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They do go for it. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Anderson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
I got 83. I got 83. Me.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Ready. Single receiver.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
To throw, it's Breeze. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver, 73 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On first down, it's Simeon. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
On second and 10, Simeon throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. Third down here. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Off the fake to Booker and Simeon. Finding time. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Nick Fairley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. This is gathered in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped, and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Green
2nd and 10. Simeon again. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Simeon on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Haoli Kikaha in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. Green, 39.
To throw on second is Simeon. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll come out in the pistol.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Simeon. And his throw is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he had it. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Time right. 3 down. Ready. You waiting? 22.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he'll find his... And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Mark Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
From the gun, here's Simeon. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Holding, offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. A shotgun snap for Simeon. A strong running. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Simeon now on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Third and long, it's Simeon. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams